to talk about.
You want a boat. Rabbi Pesach wants a boat.
Okay, so listen. The winery is near Port Arlington. What's that? What are we doing? What are you playing? Harry's going to play something.
I don't even know if this is working.
What is it? The Love Boat?
Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
What's that?
Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid. Because if you buy a boat, that's where you're going to end up, I'm sure.
Well, apparently, when the Yidden were crossing the Red Sea, it was actually through tunnels under the sea. Have you ever heard that?
All I know is it wasn't in boats.
Right.
We are not a boating people. We are referred to as Red Sea
Port
pedestrians
Arlington
for a reason.
is 30 kilometres from St Kilda Beach, right? And now I have to drive like 100 kilometres to Geelong or whatever it
Right.
is, and then 30 kilometres back from Geelong, and it takes an hour and a half or an hour and 45, whatever it is.
Yes, how
I
much
should
easier?
just be able to get on a boat and
How
go
much
across.
easier would life be if I just launched my jet ski, donned my wetsuit, and voom?
That's right, thank you.
How many-
now you understand. Thank you.
How
Have another drink.
many times a week are you going to this fakakta winery?
So I spoke to one of our friends who actually has owned boats, and he says...
There's only 2 good days to own a boat. The
What-
day you buy it and the day you sell it.
It's like the Lotus. Right, right. Yeah. He's,
Yeah. And they
so
used one of them in a James Bond movie and turned it into a submarine. So there's the
I want to
hit.
tell you what our friend said. Have a cough. Have a huck. Oh, that's better. No? Do
Oh,
you want me to come and sleep? Maybe it's COVID.
it's not COVID.
He said no.
Yes.
Gary said no.
Always take it from someone who knows.
Yeah. And I spoke to someone at the Royal Melbourne
But maybe
Yacht
you
Club,
could rent
Yacht Club,
his.
and you know what she said?
No. Yeah.
Um,
Boats are...
But more to the point, Harry, isn't it funny how if you've got like a
but
tiny
it's
little
all
bit
the
of
extra stuff you got to buy when
That's
you
true.
get a boat.
Yeah.
You know?
and the trailer,
It's the
and
cravat. It's the blazer. It's the white shoes.
You
it's-
think I'm going looking like? Who would I look like? I don't even know who I would look like. Like the commander.
You'd be more like the skipper.
Yeah, I would.
Can you imagine
be.
the two of us
No,
on a
no.
boat?
More like
You'd be
Gilligan.
I'd be the big fat Gilligan character.
See, now you've got the idea.
Hey,
you
little
see,
buddy.
what would you be? No, isn't it funny?
What would
Harry?
I be? I'd be really annoyed if there wasn't a ginger on the boat.
Right. Well,
Even a Marianne.
that's why we'd bring our wives along with us.
Yeah, you know what? Tam and I were only talking last night. We're thinking about taking a bit of a trip in August because I'm sure I'll have one of my vehicles working by then. And she wants to go to Fraser Island to see the whales. Now, she was also saying,
Yeah.
yeah, because the humpback whales come past Fraser Island around about between July and September.
You never told me.
Sorry?
You didn't mention that when you invited us along.
Okay, so if you change your mind, feel free. The island will still be there.
Hang on, you're not
So-
referring to our wives and the whales in the one sentence. Like, no, don't go
No.
there. Don't go there, Harry.
No, I'm just sharing. Our last whale watching experience was an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Because it involved a boat.
Oh no.
Yes, we didn't see. The only thing I saw was the inside. You know the paper bags with the foil lining in them that they put roast chickens in. Right. That's all. I just saw the inside of one of those bags for like 2.5 hours on this fakakta boat, and that's got to be well over 10 years ago, and I have not been on a boat since.
Okay, the point I was really getting at is that isn't it funny how once you get a tiny, just like a minuscule amount of disposable income, just a little bit, right? You think to yourself, what can I buy? I'm going to go to like
but
Anaconda
I've
and
never-
see what they've got, or
I've
I'm going
never-
to go to, what's your shop that you go to? 4x4 accessories and see what I can buy.
Although I just finished doing the latest of our activity statements.
Yeah.
Because God forbid to lodge on time. Tab on Tab on the 28th. Have you done the BAS yet? No. Why not? Well, because the government wants me to. So I finished doing it yesterday. I could not believe the number of invoices and receipts I've had over the last week. I've spent an absolute milliontig between Total Tools and Sydney Tools.
Luckily, your wife doesn't listen to this program.
Anyone would think I had a habit. Like anyone would think.
This is what I'm talking about. You must have a little pot of gold somewhere, Harry.
It's
that
stuff
you're just. I can take one of those.
No,
I
it's
can
just-
use it for something
like,
useful.
But it's amazing. I've had to buy all this stuff over the last 3 months that somehow I've managed to live my last 48 years without.
Are we still live streaming?
I think we're still live streaming. I think it's just because I paused that screen to play on
I
the thing, because I've never used the general PC thing before.
So I think it's one of the biggest
both.
dangers.
Yeah,
if you
don't buy
get
a boat.
disposable income, put it into a savings account.
Put it into a savings account, put it into wherever. I mean, that was one of the biggest issues Tab had with me. We held onto this fakakta little property for years and years and years because she was convinced the day we sold, the day we had settlement, I would have a shed full of cars and motorbikes and whatever else.
You have to do something.
I finally put
productive
it
with the money.
So she was asking me about what was going on with it all and whatever a couple of days ago, and I said, "Look, I'm sure I showed you there's a spreadsheet there." Anyway, so I emailed it to her from the office today.
We're going to go machine gun on the rest of the topics tonight.
Okay, and she's like, "But how do you know there's going to be that amount of money?" I said, "Well, because these companies have sent you emails as well. That's just how it works, dear."
Apparently.
Road stuff.
Right stuff.
All right, what's next?
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yep.